There we go. Here it is. So nice shirt you got in there, man.
I know, right?
Yeah. So yeah, you think Merida is the best city? You agree with me? Is the best city to live in Mexico?
I do now, man. Everything was so clean, I couldn't believe it. And then there was this thing I saw, like the police. He wouldn't be like giving uh tourists like preferential treatment or anything.
Right.
Now you would see this Caucasian foreigner like taking a nap on a bench, and the cop would be like, "Bro, you can't do that. Just beat
Right.
it."
Yeah. You
And I was
know,
like, I don't see that, anywhere
in
else. Like not
Cancun,
in the
right?
city. No, 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 because the police here is a little, you know, like, oh no, no, he's a tourist. He's
Hi,
don't don't
Brenda. How you
don't
doing?
bother the don't bother the gringo.
Oh
And
yeah, no.
and not in Merida, man. In Merida, I would be like, yo, what are you doing?
Yeah, no.
You can't
Actually,
do that, man. Get out of
In
here.
Merida, teaching English is not such a good business because people need to learn English, but they don't because they don't really need to learn English because foreigners that come, tourists, they try to speak Spanish. So Merida has this type of, whoa, if you come, if you want to talk to me, you have to speak Spanish. It's not like
All right.
Cancun, like
Yeah, I
like
saw that
like
too. Yeah.
oh, you need to, so it's teaching English is not such a good business. Carlos Cruz, look at you. How you doing,
Carlos.
man? Thanks for showing up. Thanks for showing your support, man. So all right, after talking about Nissan's pretty shirt, we're gonna come on and talk about things that teachers talk. So Nissan just started the show saying that he found a document called Myths and Realities About Learning English. So there's many myths about learning English. So we're gonna base our conversation today on this document. So may you start. What's the first thing that they say?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So
Hi everyone. Kind
somebody
regards from
sent me
Peru.
this.
Send you a big hug, Miguel. Miguel
Miguel
Angel, send you a
Angel.
big hug to Peru. Nice place. I want to go to Peru one of these days, man. They say the best food is there because here in Mexico we eat Peruvian Mexican, Peruvian slash Mexican food, and it's good, but nothing compared to real native, right? So yeah, Miguel, thanks for showing. Thanks for showing. So we got myths about learning English. Everybody now has ideas of what English teaching should be. Everybody has ideas of what programs. What I personally discovered even before we started this. I want to say that everybody's different. I mean, it sounds so cliche, but everybody's different. So everybody learns differently, and everybody that's why I don't really like group classes, because in a group you may have different, like 4, 6, 7, 40 different types of people, and you never know what okay, the sound of the transmission is double. Ooh, 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 ooh. Something's going on. Okay, let me see what's going on. Let me see what I can fix. So, Nathan, maybe you want to talk a
Yeah.
little.
Uh. Yeah. The thing is that I forgot that I also have control of the platform. So this text that I just sent you privately, I think I can go to banners and I can
Okay, okay.
think I can
So
post.
I don't know if it's double. If I can hear you nice and clear. Okay, Brenda. So it's probably your computer, or probably your ears. I'm just playing.
Okay, I think I did it right. There you go.
Okay. So I could read it. I could read it because that's all I want to do because you're gonna explain it. So it says number one, teachers should discourage students from speaking their native language as this will hinder their English language development. Okay, what's your approach on that?
Well, I think this is a very, very popular uh, notion out there. Many, many students defend this idea, uh, and I respect that approach. Uh, though, in my opinion, I disagree with this idea. I think there are some concepts we people already understand and use, time,
Right.
such as time, such as the very existence, such and when you're
Well,
learning a new language, you don't have to learn these concepts from scratch. You already know them, so you can actually use the knowledge you already have.
right. I don't want to disagree with you, Nissan, but I will because look, I think the sentence says teachers should discourage students from speaking, not really uttering words or just saying words. I think words, you can use, yeah, okay, like what Carlos Cruz is saying. I wouldn't say discourage, but limit them. You
Oh,
know,
okay, I agree with
you
that.
know
Yeah.
like you shouldn't. I mean, I think you should discourage students from speaking. I don't think you could use words, Spanish words or whatever your native language is, to express or to try to understand some concepts like you said. Yeah, but that's not really speaking, right? Like saying a word in Spanish is not speaking. Speaking is like when students tell you, oh no, pero fíjate que blah, 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 in their own language,
Right. Okay.
right?
I
So
get it.
that is
Right.
speaking to me and probably to the dictionary. So yeah, I think we should discourage them from speaking because like the way I see it is we create a bubble of attention, and when you are speaking, when you're talking about something, whatever the topic is, you're concentrating, you focus on that topic, and then we're talking about robots and robots and robots and robots, and then one guy says, hey, what's your favorite food? You say, whoa, we were talking about robots and then you're talking about food. I mean, you just broke the rhythm. So it's the same thing. We're having this, we're trying to create this attention bubble in English. And then when you might say words in Spanish, don't break this bubble. But if you go ahead and just say long sentences in Spanish, I don't know, you might, I do speak Spanish sometimes with my basic students at the beginning. So they after unit, for example, after unit 8, I don't speak no Spanish anymore. But at the beginning I might because, to make them feel comfortable depending on what level the student has.
No, I totally
So
agree with that. Yeah, I think. Well, I think what I meant is that like some teachers um they don't only discourage this, but they forbid it. You know,
mm,
like and I think it depends on the level. I think it depends on what the student wants to communicate in their native tongue. So so yeah, perhaps discouraging is
invite him not to do it, you know.
yeah, yeah, but going like taboo on it,
Ah, all right, all right.
like
Well, I
like
don't think
like
that's
like like
discouraging.
demonizing it completely, because that's been my experience. Usually like teachers
Ah, okay.
tend to do that, like, oh no, 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 like even when they're dealing with students that have had no contact with the language, before the
Oh,
and it's the
we used to
first
have
and it's the first class.
we used to get penalties. Remember when we worked in quick learning? Like if they
Right,
heard you speaking Spanish,
right,
oops, you got
right.
money discounted off your check. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. So that okay. Give me the next one. How many points do you have? You have a few.
I'll tell you right now. I think in this document that I was sent, it has like 10, but
Okay,
not
so
all of
go.
not 11 are too relevant. So
Okay, go ahead for a second one. Yeah. So yeah,
uh,
thanks, Carlos. You're always participating, and we love it, man. I wish you could show up maybe next week, because yeah, your cousin Oscar Cruz, he broke his knee again. I think he had four knees, so this is the fifth knee he's broken. You know. So so yeah,
it's like the grandma excuse. Like,
yeah. Oh, my knee, man. My knee broke. Okay, so tell me, yeah. What's this? Learners need a strong grasp of oral English before they are exposed to print. Okay. Ooh, I don't know what to think about this. It says learners need a strong grasp of oral English before they are exposed to print. Oh, what do you think about that?
um, well, just like in the first point, this is a very popular this is a very popular talking point out there. But I'd say it depends on the student. It depends on the approach. You can't generalize these things,
Mm,
and you know learners need input, and input is not just oral English.
right.
What do you think? Like, because I don't really follow this approach.
I
That's
kind of agree, and I agree as much as I'm gonna say. Look, the first thing I teach my students when they start my course is a phonetic clinic. So they know the sounds. Probably that's not uttering words yet, but that's like getting to know the sounds of English in order for them to produce them correctly, right? So yeah, I think to a certain extent I do agree on this, because I think they need to be exposed to the sounds so later on they can produce them, right? So that I would agree on that. And then when I have a unit, when a unit in a book, what I usually do, or in any activity, I give them vocabulary first. So before we start any type of activity, I give them vocabulary. So vocabulary is exposing students to sounds and words, so they feel more comfortable when they use them. So yeah, learners need a strong grasp of oral English. I think the word strong might make the difference,
might be
but
too
if you
much,
say,
right?
yeah, if you
Yeah.
say learners need a grasp of oral English before they are exposed to print, I do agree, man. I do agree. Yeah, I think people need to listen to English, listen to songs, listen, before you even attempt to start an English course. I think you need to listen to a few playlists of English and try to sing even before you know what these guys are saying, what the song is saying. I think you need to listen to the songs, sing in your car, sing in your, with your headphones, try to sing, go crazy on the English, and then you attempt to learn the language. So I agree. I agree, Nizen.
Yeah, I think it also depends on what the student has been already exposed to prior to the course or the lesson, because most of them have already been exposed to
50-50.
you think
Yeah.
to reading and writing, no? So you can. I think the mistake is, uh, even though I don't follow this approach. I think there is a serious mistake in trying to avoid speaking
Mm.
on basic levels, because many teachers do that. No,
Well, all you
they just
teachers there,
focus on.
Miguel, Carlos, Brenda, she might be a teacher too. What do you
Right.
think? Give me comments here. Give me comments. What do you think about this? Cecilia Rodriguez, hi teachers, hello, ma'am. So what do you guys think? Give me comments about this. Maybe you have point number three.
I do.
Give me comments about this. Because I want. This is teacher talk. Teachers should be commenting and talking about this. What do you guys think? Give me your comments. You can post comments right here in the comment box if you're watching from YouTube or Facebook. You know, you can just post your comments and we'll be reading. Remember, we're live, with you guys. This is teacher talk for 40, 50 minutes, but we're live, So let's go on for give me number three.
Yeah, even if they couldn't catch the show live, they can watch the video afterwards and
Sure.
comment on these topics. Okay, so here's another one.
Until students learn English, there's no point in trying to teach them content area subjects such as grammar or what content area subjects.
Mm, well,
Meaning grammar,
like for example,
the why of it.
when you have to teach, for example, when you have to teach business English to students, but these students have no
Knowledge,
English
previous knowledge.
English background. Yeah,
Right.
and so some teachers might go for the propedeutic course
Approach.
first. Like I'll teach them like 3-4 months of only the basic structures and everything, and completely avoid the business lexicon or whatever. And
I don't
some other
know.
teachers, as myself, for example, no, I'll give you input about the target content from right from the start.
I don't know. I might agree too. That's not what I do though, because
All
what I
right.
do is I first teach them 12 lessons of grammar before. I mean, first is the phonetic clinic. Then is Inglés desde cero, which is 12 lessons on grammar and rules and structures. So they can feel. But maybe the point of teaching them grammar at the beginning is not for them to learn it. It's just for them to feel it's not so hard. you know if this is grammar, I guess English is not that hard, so they feel more comfortable. However, there's no point in trying to teach them content. There's no point. I think there is a point. The point is that people feel comfortable learning something new, knowing that, it's easy. Probably there's no point in trying to teach them content area subjects and expecting them to learn them 100%. Maybe I would agree on that, like, because yeah, like I teach them the grammar course at the beginning, and when they're trying to, like in the middle of the course, they don't remember that what they previously learned. However, it created like some type of ground. It paved the way for them to understand a little bit, to feel, but not to understand. I mean, it's a complicated topic, but I do agree with them. Not till the point that you would say, yeah, explain them, but don't expect them to learn everything by heart. Just explain them so they feel English is that easy.
Right. Yeah. Well, and if you think about it, like if language is it's an instrument, if it's a tool, for us to communicate,
Right.
we need to. I think we need to use it from the start. Like because that's the way we really learn. Like using the language. No, like
Right.
so waiting. How, what is this? It says, I think input.
Miguel Angel Romero has
Yes.
Ucharico has a comment. It says, I think input comprehensible is so necessary so as to improve the language we are learning. Personally, I use it like a tool, as a tool, probably. Right,
Yes, right.
right. Yeah, that's what it was. However, in the beginning, uh, I use it for people to understand, to feel it's easy, but not really to understand it. Because, like, imagine you're like if I tell my daughter how to drive or how to ride a bicycle, right? I will tell her, okay, this is a pedal, this is another pedal. What you need to do is this, and you keep the balance, this and that. But at the end of the day, she's gonna she's not gonna apply that when she's actually trying a bike, you know. However, I tell her that in order for her to feel like, it, this is what it is. The theory is easy. So, all right, I can start now getting on the bike and start pedaling, you know. But probably you, as a teacher, that that previous knowledge, that previous talk that you had with her, is gonna be good for nothing. Why? Because she's not gonna apply anything, or maybe 30 to or 10% of what you told her, that she's gonna apply. Not the theory, but the practice. Maybe later on, when you have practiced enough, maybe you can go back to some theory. I don't know.
Right,
Brenda has
right,
an opinion.
because you know how I see it. Like it's like it's as if you told your kid, okay, so just lay down on the floor, and you're gonna move your legs, this way, and you're gonna do that for like 20 minutes, and your kid's gonna be like, "What for?" Oh, because you're gonna need that to learn how to ride a bike, but you can't
Mm,
touch the bike yet. Or
right.
get on the bike, but don't go outside, just stay here in the living room and practice with the pedals. I mean, yeah, it it may work, but
Brenda Yanez has a good point. I mean, you are good teachers. Oh, thank you very much. And that's not the point I was talking about. I
thank you,
think
Brenda.
then the next is the part of the speech is an excellent beginning, Cam. I think so. I
There you
think
go.
so.
It
You
is.
know, you don't like if you tell them, okay, this is a noun, a pronoun, an adverb. Probably people don't understand 100%. They don't fully understand what it is, but it creates certain sense of I don't know, like you feel familiar, So, okay, it's not that hard. I can try, and then you start. Miguel Angel from Peru says, "Yeah, you're right. I totally agree with you, man. You should join us one of these days, Miguel. Send us a message, send us an inbox so you can come and talk to us one of these days. This is teacher talk. You know, Brenda Yanez, like you said, with that bike example, only practice is gonna make you a better learner. Yes, practice and practice. Okay, give me the next point, Nissan. I think you
Yeah,
have
with the
them
bike,
already.
with the bike example, perhaps you're not gonna let your kid try their bike like out in the street, but at least in the backyard. Like,
Right.
well, anyways, let's go for the next one. Yes.
Students from countries are better language. What?
From some,
Students from countries are better language learners.
from
What do
some.
you mean? From some countries. My dyslexia sometimes makes me feel so dumb and look so dumb. Anyway, students from some countries are better language learners than students from other countries. Huh. Oh my God, I don't want to sound uh contricist. I don't even know what that word is.
Contrasist, xenophobic. I don't know
Contrast,
either.
you
I
know,
don't know what the word
but
is, but you'll probably sound like one.
but I do think that, for example, there are certain not maybe not nationalities, but some backgrounds, you know, that do affect the way or limit the way you perform, at least in English. I've seen that, for example, Mexicans have certain type of I don't know, like they're more prone to learn than probably Chinese. you know Chinese will always have this limit. I mean, but then again, people living in their countries, right? Not moving to the United States or Canada and learn the language. Learning English from your country might, I didn't even know what to say, but yes, I've seen like Indian people, from India. It's hard for them to lose that, that accent that they, some there are some sounds that is hard for them to get rid of.
Right.
Chinese people too, you know but that doesn't mean
Like mainly, you mean mainly, yeah, not because it has to do with uh
you're Chinese. You said mainly, and it sounded Chinese.
what?
You're so Chinese that when you right now that you just say mainly, it
It's
sound
I- it's
mainly.
it sounded Asian. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I'm probably 0.5% Asian.
Okay. Carlos
Uh,
Cruz says, "Is that a race thing?"
it's a race thing. Well, it is something uh, many people say, and it could have, racial tones. Yes. Uh, what I would say is that everybody's capable of learning a language,
Anything.
but there are different factors even within your own uh, ethnicity. No, for example, there's this cultural aspect that sometimes can be an obstacle, and perhaps it's a tendency uh, in the place you're from. For example, being too shy and trying to avoid making mistakes at all costs.
Mm,
you know Perhaps it's you, perhaps it's an individual feature of your personality, or perhaps where you're from, that's it's part of the culture, no? So
yeah.
you try not to make mistakes at all because you feel exposed.
Okay.
And learning is trial and error. Learning is making mistakes and corrections. So that would be an obstacle, and I would have to do perhaps
I
with
would
your background, no?
I would have to disagree. I would have to disagree with this one. I'm gonna tell you why. Because look, in like when you watch this president summits, when they have all presidents like Spanish presidents or Hispanic presidents from all Latin America, whatever, and they get together, even though everyone has a peculiar accent or pronunciation for some words, most of them, well, not the Mexican president right now, but most of them have this kind of neutral Spanish, right? If you go in like to any of these countries and you go to university level, you know, speakers, they might have this type of neutral accent. If you go down in the society, if you go to a public market, you know, in Paraguay or in Peru, or a public market in Colombia, public market in Mexico, whatever, you will find a different type of Spanish, you know. So I would say that not really the country, but the cultural background, it will make it easier or harder for you to learn any language. If you never read, regardless of the country where you're from, if you never read, if you never pay attention and you don't consider language is important, and you don't pay attention to small details, it might be hard for you, regardless if you're Mexican, Chinese, or Paraguayan, whatever, Haitian, whatever. So I think it's about the cultural level you acquire in your life, because that if I follow this sentence, I would say that all Indians will always speak with that accent, and of course not. I know some Indians that speak like fluently and native, like sounding like English, or Chinese, that speak like native speakers, Mexicans, and at the same time, I don't think it's about the nationality or the countries. I'm
Yeah, no,
saying
I don't
about
either. Yeah, yeah,
the
I agree with
culture.
you. I don't agree with the
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
And the race, no, of course not.
Has
Of
nothing
course
to
not.
do. Yes, no,
Not at
that's
all. Give me another one. Give me another one. Because people and you guys comment. I want you guys to comment. Everybody. I see people are watching from Facebook. Some people are watching from YouTube. So comment. What do you guys think? You know, we're gonna go for the next one. I think you should have a few or already, so
I
we
have
don't. You know
a
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Thank you guys. This is Teacher Talk. We still got like 10 more minutes of this Teacher Talk. So if you want to join us, if you ever want to join us here live, all you got to do is send a message. And if you're an English teacher, you want to talk about something, you want to promote your English school, you want to promote your business, you want to ask us something about, whatever our experience on anything, you can come on and, just, so Carlos, so send us a message and we'll give you the link so you can come over and talk to us. Remember, this is every Friday, Teacher Talk, every Friday at whatever time it is, 12. Hold on. Let me, because we had,
Oh, sorry.
hey guys, I'm in class now with my students from the private school. Say hello to them. We're watching the show together.
Hey,
Hello, guys. I know you
hello,
have
Carlos' students.
one of the best teachers in the world. His name is
Right,
Carlos Cruz.
right there.
So you listen to him, and if anytime you want to come and join us at night, we have a conversation club, so you can practice your English too. All right, thank you. All right, so Dabby, 13. Dabby's 13 years old, and he says hi. What's up, Dabby? Where are you coming from? You look very freaky in that picture. But anyway, so what's younger children are more effective language learners than older learners. Oh, Carlos Cruz might agree on this one, and all his students. Dabby might do too if he's 13 years old. I don't know. What do you think, Mason? Younger children are more effective language learners than older learners.
Well, I wouldn't. I'll try not to generalize. Like, I don't think this is the um, this is what happens like every time, everywhere. But children, there's a lower expectation, with with children,
Yeah.
and also the the communication style that a child needs to acquire to communicate is not as demanding as older learners, right?
Right.
So
Okay. I don't know.
and plus there's this there's this thing behind the theory, that says that because children don't really have a system where they discriminate input, but they just absorb all input.
Okay.
It's easier for them not to
Okay.
to learn languages, and but as we grow older, we start to discriminate information, no, and
That's
we
right.
just retain that info that our brain believes to be valuable and necessary for survival. So that's
I
why,
agree. Hey, need to interrupt you. We have some students from Saul Sanchez. I'm one of the students of my teacher Charlie, man. The best teacher in the world, man. I wish I had been his student. Maybe you're doing a good job. Emilio, hi, I'm a student of Carlos Cruz. Oh, nice, 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 very nice. You know, so Brenda Yanez, I guess children have to learn vocabulary. Yep, children have to learn vocabulary. And so I would agree. I would agree. I mean, it's better if you learn when you're young. If you're a young learner, try to find the next comment so you can post it like the next banner. So, I would agree. I didn't agree before because I thought, no, like you're never too old to learn. You're never too old to speak English, whatever. And I still think so. I still think you're never too old to learn. However, if you start young, like probably Emilio, Saul, Dabby, all these guys that are, Charlie's students, I think they are one step ahead. Yeah, because right now it's the right age to start learning, So yeah, younger children are more effective language learners than older learners. Yeah, I might have to agree on this one. Yeah. So, but I hope none of my older students are listening to this podcast right now, because now I'm saying they will still learn, whatever age you are, you will still learn. But if you're young and you're learning, yep, you have an advantage. You have an advantage. There you go. So tell me, give me more comments, Emilio. Saul, what's up? What's up? How you feel this morning? We have 5 more minutes, so I think you're gonna have to watch us and be happy, because Okay, give me the next one.
Yeah, here it goes. Here it goes. Here it goes.
Okay,
Yeah,
three.
yeah. The thing is
Two.
that some of these myths were not really
Yeah, just give me a good one, so
relevant.
we
But
can finish with this one.
what you think about this one?
So remember, we have this teacher talk every Friday, 12 p.m. Central Time, and we have a conversation club at 8 p.m. Central Time. So see you at night too. And that is for students. This one's for teachers, but that one at night is for students. So you can come over and talk and practice your English. Huh? We would love to see you at night too. He says students need to be corrected when they're speaking English. That's a good one. What do you think, Nathan? Ooh.
Well, I think I would say it depends on what skills you're working on. Because if you're working with accuracy and precision, like grammatical precision and syntax, yes, you need to correct mistakes, uh, and you do that also for the student to develop this habit of self-correct. No? But if you're working on fluency, you can't be like the student is trying to tell you a story or an anecdote, perhaps
Mhm.
even a joke. You can't just cut off their inspiration like that. No,
You're
like
right.
you can't be interrupting them all the time, because that's not what you're working on. You're working on maybe helping them develop confidence.
I couldn't have
And
said it any better. Yeah, you said it. Like, I don't like to interrupt students when they are, excited about saying something. I just don't interrupt them. I might be writing down, taking notes, what the mistakes are, and then tell them, okay, this is how boom, boom, boom. But at the moment, you know, so maybe students need to be corrected when they're speaking English. Yes, students need to be corrected as they are speaking, maybe not at the same time they're speaking, because people are not, you know they won't focus on the correction. They would focus on, oh, you're interrupting me,
yeah,
so that's
like
what
you
it is.
said, perhaps after they're done. No, for example, I had this student, man, I love this guy, Raulation. We used to call him Raulation because he would do that. Like he would be telling you a story, and sometimes if he didn't remember the word in English,
Here's your
he would
citation.
just say, "Yeah." One day he was telling us about this time he got, really drunk, and he said something like, and then I started to feel, sick, and then I wackerate. I wackerate, and then I so it was so funny, and he was so into it that it wasn't worth it, correcting it at
Right.
the moment. But hey, like when he's done with the anecdote, you might want to be like, oh, by the way, Raul, don't be saying wackerate, because that's not a thing. You can
Right,
say
right.
vomit, you can say puke, you can say throw up, barf. Here are the options. Now you give them feedback after they're done, but
Okay.
not in the middle of their speech. Or, you
Right,
know.
right, right. All right, guys. So today's topic was myths about learning English, and myths and realities, probably. So next week we will have a teacher talk, you know, like just every single Friday. Sometimes we don't, but most days, yes. So thanks to Carlos. Yes, nice teacher talk. Carlos, Mac was there too. He's always there. Brenda, Emilio, Saul, Dabby, of course, Carlos Cruz, Miguel from Peru, everybody. Thank you very much for being here. And that's it, guys. I hope to see you next Friday. Remember, tonight we have a conversation club at night, so it'll be, we will be happy to see you. Nathan, last comment.
Thank you for having me, and thank you, everybody who could join us. And we have a conversation club session tonight, do we?
Oh yeah. What time is the conversation club? My students are interested. Uh,
8 p.m. Am I right? Central
Never mind.
Time.
Because we just said it. Yeah, it's 8 p.m. So you want to come on? We kind of have some limited. It's we don't have many spaces, but you can send two or three of your students, and then next week you can send two more, and so on. So yeah, of course, man, we are open for practicing English every day. Oscar Estupinian, handsome, says the talk was cut short today. No, you came on late. That's it. Okay. Hello, teacher Sonia Ferreira de Melgarejo from Paraguay. Say hi to Paraguay. Say how man, South America is ruling now. The Paraguay, people from Peru, people from Colombia, people from everywhere. All right, guys. So thank you very much. See you guys at night in the conversation club. Have a good day. Teacher talk. Peace.